Alright, welcome to Falcon Blues TV, you filthy animals. We just had an announcement by the club from our good friend of the channel and interim CEO, Mr. Colin Chong. It's basically an update on the stadium. I'm going to read it, not word for word, but I'm just going to take a fair bit out of it. And it's basically an update on the stadium, what we're planning on doing going forward, and something to do. There's a little bit about the fans, so just give me one sec. So, interim Chief Executive Officer and Chief Stadium Development Officer, Mr. Colin Chong, good friend of the channel, offers an update on the progress made at Bramley Moor. Okay, those of you who know me, how much this club means to me and my family. Us too, Col, us too. I've always been pleased to deliver updates on the new stadium and speak to supporters on the progress we continue to make, and that's something I'm pleased to continue to do. Okay, so now, Everton Stadium towers into the North Liverpool skyline. We've all enjoyed watching the magnificent superstructure emerge from the former dock. It'd have been nice if there was a webcam, live webcam, a time lapse, that kind of thing. That'd be quite good, instead of waiting for, some random YouTube video where he's been passing a drone across, but that's another thing. The scale of the progress in the last 12 months has been staggering, and that is testament to the planning, commitment, professionalism and ingenuity of our trusted construction partners Lang O'Rourke. A year ago, the site was receiving the delivery of steelwork, and we're seeing the skeleton of each of our stands come to life. Since then, we've seen milestones that have included the arrival and departure of the tower cranes, terracing going into place, brick panels, blah, 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 and watertight fit, and the start of mechanical engineering and plumbing fit out. Within 1 year, the site is literally unrecognisable. Yep, fair point. As the project gathers pace in the coming weeks and months, we'll see more further visual changes as our barrel roof continues to take shape. If you've been down or you haven't been down, go down and have a look at it now, because in 3 months' time, it'll be completely unrecognisable. But go and see it. Go and sit outside the Bramley Moor pub, have a pint in the sunshine when it is sunny, not like today, and just go and see what it's like, because it looks boss. It's just boss, just sitting there, having a pint and going, we're going to be moving into this, and it's going to be fucking brilliant. Supporters have understandably shown a great interest in the project from concept to consultation, and for that I warmly thank you. You're quite welcome, Colin. It's also fair to say one question: when will the stadium be ready and finished? Contrary to some ill-informed media reports, there is no delay. Big thumbs up, big tick in the box. And the project remains firmly on track and on schedule. A precise moving in date for our stadium has never been publicly set by the club, which is fair enough, because I don't think we expected it. But we did look at the 24-25 season, which is the same as, which is what Lang O'Rourke is saying as well. So our new home handed to us during the 24-25 season. Now, here's where it gets a little bit interesting. When a new stadium is complete from a build perspective, must be put through its paces and building tested. Fair enough. We will be working on the planning for these test events. We're taking place in the final months of 2024, which is great, because it'll give the fans an opportunity to see the stadium and the club too. I'm a former steward, so I sort of know what they're going to be looking at. I'm sure you are as well. I'm not going to teach you how to be, you're grown men and women here. But you know what I mean? There'll be safety aspects, there'll be, evacuation procedures, ensuring that all the gates open for Operation Bramley Moor exercise, that kind of stuff. Soft openings, which I think, I'll go further into this. I'd sooner see that pre-season, so there might be like a few pre-season games, rather than, trying to do it during the season when we're actually playing and stuff like that, but we'll come to that in a minute. So yeah, test events. The question of whether the senior men's team will play the senior team will play the first competitive game. I confirm, after overcoming a full winter where we lifted the heaviest materials in the most challenging climate, we're confident that the stadium will be completed in the final months of 2024. So a nice little Christmas present for everyone next year, which will be quite good. This means we won't be starting the 24 season at Everton Stadium, but to reiterate, the club has never publicly confirmed an intention to begin the 2024-25 season at our new home. If the project remains on schedule, it raises the question as to whether the club moves in mid-season, or do we wait and give the grand old lady a fitting send-off before commencing competitive league games for the senior men's team at the start of the 25-26 season? Whatever decision is reached, it won't be based on sentiment. It'll be reached in consultation with the fans, whilst also considering the impacts it will have across our football club in terms of football operation, commercial partners, third-party contract staff, seasonal work overflows, and the impact, of course, on supporters. Moving mid-season may offer some commercial benefits, but also prevents a series of challenges and hurdles that could negatively impact the other aspects of the club and other commercial considerations. So obviously there's going to be some commitment for advertising to be around the club for all season. That, you know, a company may pay for the whole lot. You know, it'll also probably be to do with the suites and stuff like that. You know, the lounges and all the executive suites and stuff like that will have been paid for in advance. How do you work that out? Or how do you work that into a new season? You know, are you giving them a dizzy on the new stadium? You're probably not. You probably sooner say, well, actually, we'd sooner you pay all this season and then you pay for the new season going forward. So yeah, so there's all little host of things and stuff like that. What I can say categorically is the project is several weeks ahead of schedule, with another winter to come. In the coming months, we will be consulting supporters further on our digital journey and the migration across, as we seek to make a fully informed decision on when the first competitive game for our senior men's team will be played at Everton Stadium. This will be our home for generations to come, so our ambition is to ensure that we get this right for everyone. It may be in a difficult and turbulent season on the pitch, but I know that Everton Stadium, we have a glimpse into the future of football for our great club. When you finally walk through the entrances in that boundary wall, I'm sure you'll agree that, and much, much more, that it'll be a stadium Evertonians can be proud of. Yours sincerely, Colin, Chong, up the fucking toffees. So I suppose reading all that, it's nothing that we didn't know. I think the question is, what do the fans want in terms of moving into the new stadium now? Well, it's not now, but, you know, halfway through the season, the 24-25 season, or do you say, no, Goodison needs a proper send-off, it needs a full season? You can't, it'd be disrespectful, I think, personally, to say, no, we're going after Christmas and stuff like that. I think that would be harsh of the club, harsh on the fans, harsh on the history of Goodison Park to actually say, now, listen, we're spewing it at Christmas. One final season, one final push for Everton at Goodison Park, and then move the 25-26 season into Bramley Moor. That gives you a full pre-season of saying, yeah, okay, well, you've had all your soft openings in between. We've been using it for, I don't know, if you want to even try and use it for under 23s games, the women's games, just so you're working around the stadium. You know, you're looking at the infrastructure, you're looking at the travel, you're looking at the roads, everything's in place, rather than saying, oh, well, actually, okay, the stadium's built, let's get straight in it. Sometimes it doesn't work like that. No matter how hard you try to get that work done, it's going to need a lot more testing than just saying, well, here's the keys, in you go. It's not like it's like moving into a new house. You want to put your stamp on it, you want to put your mark on your own home. Do you know what I mean? And I think, as much as Evertonians want to be in the new stadium, I think it's going to be a big decision for the club to say, listen, okay, let's pump the brakes a little bit and let's go in for the fresh for a new season. For me, I think that would be the best way, because I think it'd be unfair to say, well, how much am I paying for my season ticket next season? Am I paying £700 because I'm paying half a season at Goodison, but then I'm paying for the extra at Bramley Moor? Or are you going to charge me what I'd be paying at Goodison, and I get some sort of thank you as you know, for renewing my season ticket once again at Goodison Park, but then you're allowing me access to Bramley Moor halfway through a season? I don't think that would really work, and I think that'd be unfair for anyone who's on the waiting list as well. You know, if they're on a waiting list, does that mean that they get first dibs on the new stadium and where you pick your seats and stuff like that? Because there's obviously going to be these extra 20,000 seats that need to be filled, but then are you saying, well, I bought my season ticket there and I picked there, but then are they only paying a half season ticket for Bramley Moor, or is that are they not allowed in the stadium until 25-26? So there's a lot of questions to be asked, and it's going to be interesting over the next 18 months how that pans out. But let me know your thoughts. I think there's a fair old bit of questions there that need answering, and I'm sure the club are going to be forthcoming and stuff like that. The one thing that we haven't seen any kind of literature to say this is the last season at Goodison Park for your season ticket. Do you know what I mean? The club's been very, very quiet about that, and I'm finding that a little bit because, yeah, it's our last season, but then there should be something to say, well, this is going to be your last season at Goodison Park. You're part of it. but then what part of it? You know, we haven't seen any kind of adverts or any kind of, you know, the season hasn't started clearly, but obviously we haven't seen any kind of, well, here's the is the signage, is the one last hurrah, the last dance, whatever you want to call it. I think that there needs to be more from the club from that side of things. So, Colin, I know you're a fan of the channel. We're a fan of yourself. Give us a shout. Come and have a chat. Come and see me and Paul on Falcon Blues TV. We'd love to have you and have a little chinwag about it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel as well. But we really want to hear your thoughts on this one, because it's going to be a serious debate. I think it's going to ruffle a few feathers with some people. I think it's going to be an interesting 18 months while we figure this out. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know all your comments below. Appreciate everyone who does sign up and subscribe to the channel. Keep doing it. We love you all. Till then, up the fucking toffees. Colin Chong, CEO. See you later.